right, guys, let's make this happen. This is our game, man. Our time. Let's do this.
It is truly a team effort, as we just witnessed an example right there, live inside the huddle. Welcome, everyone. Let's get ready for some NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. And joining us a bit later from the sidelines, Doris Burke. A quick check now at the starting five for both teams. And one of the players we'll be seeing in this one, Tony Allen.
Well, Allen is an elite athlete who gives everything he has when he's on the floor. A lockdown defender.
Now let's send it over to Doris Burke, who caught up with Captain Klutch. Doris?
Yeah, Kev, I talked to him coming out of that last huddle, and he said that Coach was putting him into the game with one mission: take over the game. Not a lot of coaches will ask that much from a player, but clearly he sees something in him. We'll see if he's up to that challenge, guys.
And as always, Doris, thank you.
Well, at this point, you're showing a lot of trust in a young player when you ask him to come off the bench and take over like that.
It's hard to ask any player to do that, Steve, but you have to believe that he might be capable. Not a lot of players can get hot in a short period of time, but he looks to be one of those players.
They get it back, and you know that's going to be goaltending, guys, so that's a free basket right there. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. As you look at Memphis, in the early season, they find themselves down in 9th place. And, of course, the Suns, quite a few spots down the ladder right now.
When I look at Memphis, they've looked like a different team to start this season, and not in a good way. They've played rather poorly based on what was expected of them.
Yeah, this is a team we expect to be in that battle for the top seed, and instead questions about whether they'll even make the playoffs now. I know it's early, but there have to be some concerns in that locker room.
Last outing for Memphis, they won that game against the Brooklyn Nets.
Yeah, in that game, Kevin, they did damage in all sorts of different ways. They were pretty much unstoppable offensively.
Yeah, it was showtime, Steve. They showed off every resource they had at that end of the floor.
They've been getting out-muscled on the boards before coming up with that one.
Not playing tough enough. The physicality just hasn't been there yet.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
I was able to listen in on what Jeff Hornacek had to say to his team. He said to his guys that they can take advantage of this defense if they just work as hard as possible to find the gaps on the floor and keep the ball moving from side to side on the offensive end. Also, he said that he'd like them to operate quickly on offense, finding and taking shots early in the shot clock. We'll be watching how these adjustments work. Kev, there's still a lot of time left in this game.
Thanks, Doris. Here's Morris. Here's Green. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot two.
You know, it's no secret around the league, guys, that the Suns either have one of the best medical staffs in the game or they've built their practice facility by the fountain of youth. More evidence of that came when Jermaine O'Neal found new tread on his well-worn tires.
Well, Clark, as you said, a lot of the players that left the Suns last season, such as Steve Nash and Grant Hill, had trouble keeping their health up. And, Steve, I don't know, you've been in that organization. Whatever they are doing that are keeping those players healthy and in top shape has been working. They are admirable in the way they have led that cause.
Well, it's a tremendous training staff. They've just always done a very good job of keeping their guys healthy by getting them in the training room every day for work, by combining the strength program with the training schedule. But a lot of confidence in that staff from the players, and I think it really shows.
Morris, no good.
Really high-quality shot there, just a little off with his release.
That miss right there will definitely leave him shaking his head.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Calathes passes to Miller. Misses the three. Now Fry. An absolutely remarkable shot at the buzzer.
Was it ever? It doesn't get any better than that, fellas. Woo! The definition of much in the clutch.
He wasn't going to let anyone else take that shot. He wanted that ball.
And so, both teams trading buckets as we end the first quarter. Memphis out in front, up 1. Live from the FedEx Forum, you're watching 2K Sports. And the second quarter getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far. And looking at what we've seen from the Grizzlies, what do you guys think?
Yeah, the defense has been terrific.
Phoenix leading by 16. On Phoenix, looking who they've got on the floor. Green, he's in at center. Channing Frye out there with Marcus Morris. Then there's Barbosa, and it's Dragic in at the 1 spot. Phoenix with the ball. Frye dishes to Green. There's 1:54 left in the first half of the game.
So an opportunity here, guys, to check out some of the numbers for Michael Conley. 3rd in assists, and showing what a good defender he is, and especially his ability to play passing lanes. He ranks among the top 15 in the league in steals per game.
And Steve, let's mention his top 3 assist ranking again. I mean, he is so motivated to get his teammates the ball in the best spot possible. I think that's what he gets the most joy out of. That's what drives him, setting up other people.
And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Mike Conley, the number 4 pick back in 2007 out of the Ohio State University. He wasn't an instant star in the NBA, but boy, has he continued to improve year in and year out.
And Conley has played his entire career with the Memphis Grizzlies, improving alongside the team.
I feel like he's going to be an all-star before too long. He's the franchise's all-time leader in assists, but I think the stability and the faith that the organization has placed in him has helped him mature and helped him develop into where he is right now, which I think is one of the best point guards in the game.
I would agree. The Grizzlies trail by 16. Conley off the pick from Lure. Conley with it. Barbosa picks him up. Conley kicks to Lure. Shot clock at 5. The open shot by Johnson. It's hauled in by the Suns. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Memphis this season.
Yeah, a very familiar opponent. They've played these guys an awful lot over the years, and this is the first of their 4 get-togethers this season. And a much better quarter for them in terms of shooting the basketball.
You know, anytime your field goal percentage as a team is up in the high 50s, you're doing a lot of stuff right.
Conley, the pass to Lure. Outside Conley. He feeds it to Miller. Takes a 3. The shot, no good. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Out left to the wing. Frye, that's for 2. And it's Phoenix scoring again.
Boy, what a significant turnaround here in the second quarter after only making 40% from the field in the first.
Conley dishes to Lure. Out to Conley. And the shot is good. Conley's got his second bucket of the night.
You know, the only tough part of that basket for him was getting into such good position. The rest of it seemed easy.
A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. Suns lead by 18. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Well, Goran, just a quick question before you head off to the locker room. Is the varied offensive attacks the team has succeeded with tonight key to this nice lead?
Yeah, you know, if every player on the court is dangerous for basket, then it's much easier for us, you know. And for defense, it's tough.
All 5 guys a threat, guys. Always a pleasure to watch.
All right, Doris, thank you. And we'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
This is the NBA on 2K Sports, and we're all set for the halftime report. For the Phoenix Suns, they have the lead against Memphis. They've struggled a bit in the early going this season, but appear to be in good shape for the second half. They've made a point of working themselves to the charity stripe and knocking down their free throws. For the Grizzlies, though, not the same story. They'd like to forget that first half. Coach has not been happy with what he's seen out there, and they'll likely come out with major adjustments. And that'll wrap things up for me here in the studio. Second half is just around the corner. Thanks so much for stopping by.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
We welcome you back to the River City, Memphis, Tennessee, as the action is about to resume.
Memphis has their hands full against Morris.
13 points, and he's got 2 baskets from out in three-point land.
I'm sure they'd like to get him a few more of those, so look for them to run some screens for him, try to pop him open.
Conley out there with Franklin. Then there's Quincy Pondexter. Then it's James Johnson. And it's Gasol. And at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Bledsoe outside. Stolen by Conley. And now the Grizzlies. Fast break. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It goes on Eric Bledsoe.
Now that's a momentum shifter there. A steal leading straight to a quick bucket.
Yeah, great way to capitalize on the turnover. Can't waste any time. Get the ball up the floor.
So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. And this one was such a lopsided victory.
They never let up. They were full throttle from the start.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, gentlemen, I'm here with Marc Gasol. And Mark, how would you break down this game in terms of the team's performance and ability to come away with this win?
Just a good all-around night. We believe that at the end of the fourth quarter, I think we did a good job of, staying in the game. We just believe. On to the next one.
Thank you so much. Back to you guys at the table.
Doris, thank you. And for Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, and the rest of our great 2K Sports crew. This is Kevin Harlan.
You got on a real roll out there at one point, and your teammates have been raving about your performance. What happened?
Man, Coach needed me to step up and show the world what I can do, and I think I did just that. I know I'm capable of more than I've been doing, and it felt good to finally get hot and make something happen. Let's hope this is just the beginning of me making a real impact on this team, though.
Hey. Good game. I mean, really, good game.
Thank you.
Hey, you were on a roll out there tonight. Coach is so happy with how you've come along. He wants to see you in his office right after you get changed.
For real? Coach wants to see me?
Yep.
All right, I'll head up there in a few.
Hey, good game.
Thanks, man. What's happening, Coach? I just really appreciate the opportunity and that I was able to make something happen out there. All right. Hey, you give me minutes, I'll make sure I deliver. Thanks, Coach. All right, sir.
Greetings. The captain has indicated we are cleared for landing. Please fasten your seatbelts and welcome to Houston.